Welcome everyone, and thanks for being here. For today's great adventure, we find ourselves in Melbourne, Florida, and we're in search of Jim Morrison's childhood home, and I'm inviting you to come join me. And right now I'm standing on South Harbor City Boulevard on the sidewalk, and over to my left right here, that building is the birthplace of Jim Morrison. And Jim Morrison was born December 8th, 1943. And this building used to be the Brevard Hospital. And back in 1943, this was the only hospital in the area until about the 1960s. And this building is no longer a hospital. It's a center for wound care and vascular medicine. This is a great place to start your journey for anything to do with the doors or Jim Morrison, right here at this hospital. However, sadly, there is no historical marker or any type of significant monument or anything saying that he was born here other than his birth certificate, which has this address. So I just went inside and spoke to the employees inside, and there's rumored that there is a birth certificate out there or here in this building, and the employee said the owner of the building has it, but it's not here in this building. They have it at their home. It's pretty neat though. It's a great piece of history to have. And right across the street from the former hospital is a hotel. It's called Riders on the Storm. And it says the birthplace of Jim Morrison, which of course is not there, this hotel, but that building right there. And honestly, I like to see this, that, you know, the city of Melbourne, or businesses in Melbourne, are actually acknowledging the fact that this is the birthplace of the legend Jim Morrison. I like that. However, sadly, there's not much other than this. There should be more. They should have some sort of historical marker here, or some sort of, I don't know, a landmark. I mean, you got to do better, Melbourne. You really do. This is Jim Morrison, who passed way too early at the age of 27 in 1971. And this tiny, modest house right in the middle of the screen there is the childhood home of Jim Morrison. And Jim Morrison's house behind me is less than a mile, or just about a mile, from the hospital we were just at. And I've researched this house, and it's changed a lot, been painted and repainted. But one cool thing, I'm gonna zoom in, is they have plenty of pictures of Jim Morrison. So they really pay homage to the house that he lived in. And here's a closer look. We're on the sidewalk right in front of the house, and it says no trespassing. Of course, we are going to respect that no trespassing sign, but check out the pictures in the window there. Look at that. I love it. I love the fact that they're not backing away and they're embracing this historic house that Jim Morrison was born in and quite possibly conceived in as well. Think about that for a moment. And the window on the right has a poster of the 1968 album, Waiting for the Sun. I mean, I just love it. I love the fact, like I said, they're not running away from their rich history here in this household. And the other set of windows here, especially on the left window, is an American Poet. It's like a very, very iconic picture of Jim Morrison, 1943 to 1971. You know, this house also reminds me of another house that I visited in Florida that embraced their musical roots, which was the Tom Petty house in Gainesville. I'll put a link in the description as well. Now, it is worth noting that Jim Morrison spent his very, very early childhood years here in this house. But just think about this, how cool this is, that a young, very, very young Jim Morrison could have possibly played in this front yard or the backyard of this house right here, the Lizard King. It's remarkable, it really is. And if you're wondering why he's called the Lizard King, it's a reference to a song in one of his lyrics, Not to Touch the Earth. And the driveway right here, which looks like it's been repaved, is where the Morrisons parked their family car. And I must say, the street of Jim Morrison's childhood home is very quaint and very quiet. Kind of like his modest house right here as well. All right, Michael, seeing that we're at the childhood home of Jim Morrison, give me your favorite The Doors song.
There's a lot to choose from. There really is a lot, but I would say my favorite is Love Me Two Times from the album Strange Days. It's definitely my favorite.
Okay, good. That's a good choice. I like that one. I like that song too.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. And Jim Morrison died at a very young age of 27. And the official cause of death is heart failure, but rumor has it he had a heroin overdose. And he's buried where he died in Paris, France. And I'd like to see him be brought back home, to be honest with you. And that is going to wrap it up here at the childhood home of the rock legend, Jim Morrison. I hope you enjoyed this. This was a good one. Please like and subscribe. Take care. Until next time. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider becoming a channel member. If you already are one, thanks for the support. Let's grow this together.